My name is Miss Peggy, and this is my cancer story. In 2007, I was diagnosed with left breast cancer. I went to the doctor, and he said, Miss Peggy, the cancer has been removed. All the cancer is gone. I was so excited. But before I could get too excited, he said to me, but for precautionary measures, I want you to do chemo and radiation. Now, that didn't make sense to me, and I understand that there's common sense practices that doctors do according to what they know, what they've been taught. So to him, it made a lot of sense for me to do chemo and radiation. But to me, my spirit was like, no, that doesn't sound right. Why should I take precautionary measures when you already said to me, all the cancer is gone? See, if I believed the word of the Lord. I believed the report of the Lord, which says, I'm healed. See, I was healed just coming from my report. So when he said to me, for precautionary measures, I need you to do chemo and radiation, that didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I left the office. I was crying. I was really thinking about what he had just said to me. And I heard the Spirit of the Lord say to me, at some point, you have to trust me totally. I heard the Spirit of the Lord say that to me. And I said, okay, God, I'm going to trust you. I have no idea what to do. I've never done anything to take care of my body like this. I've never had cancer. The only time I ever went to the hospital was to have children. And now I have cancer, and the lump is gone. The lymph nodes are gone. The cancer is completely gone. So, Lord, I will put my trust in you. So here it is. A couple of days later, my brother walked up to me and he hands me a book and he said, the Lord told me to give you this book. It was called Juicing for Life. Never juiced, never did anything to take care of my body, like I said. So I began to read the book from front to back. I was in a lot of pain. I was in the bed a lot, but I'm reading, I'm looking at this. I'm like, Lord, okay. So I began to contemplate talking to my children. My son Alonzo said to me, Mom, you should come to the healing center up here in Ozark, Alabama at my church. I was like, but I just got out of surgery, 11 days literally out of surgery. My daughter had to push me to sit up in my bed. He said, if you don't, but if not now, you would never do it. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to trust God all the way. My daughter set me up with a pillow behind my back, and we drove to Ozark, Alabama that day, 11 days after surgery. And I go to the healing center. It wasn't like a healing, like a doctor type of healing, inner healing. It was amazing. And I thought to myself, Lord, thank you. Thank you that my son thought enough of me to say, hey, Mom, give this a try. And I didn't realize the inner healing that would take place. So here it is every day for the next 7 days. I go to the church, sit in this room with at least four ladies, this team of women that was powerful. They began to ask me questions like therapy, about my childhood, about my upbringing, about things in my life that I had hidden. Nobody knew but me and God. They began to just draw out of me to conceal and reveal and everything. And I'm sharing things that I never thought I would ever had to talk about or bring up ever again. And when I left that room, I go to another room. There was a word, there was Bibles. We praying and drinking lemon and cucumber water and just enjoying the word. After that, prayer happened again. After that, so for after about 3 hours, here I am in this room, nothing but powerful, powerful music in the atmosphere. You walk in there, you felt the Spirit of God. Some would sit, some would stand. I seen people laying down prostrate on the ground just before the Lord. It felt like heaven. On about the third day, my daughter-in-law asked her, she said, let's go to Walmart. I want to stop to Walmart before we go home. I'm in the Walmart after soaking, after being in the presence of the Lord. Day 3, I'm just, wow. I'm walking in the back of the store. I say, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look for this. And I'm in the back of the store just walking around, just enjoying my day. And my body reminded me, girl, you better sit down somewhere because you got sores in your body. You just got out of surgery. And literally, the Spirit of God left me. And I had to sit down and call Astro, hey, you need to come back in and get me because I can't even move right now. She came and got me. I went through that for 7 days. For 7 days, God just began to heal my mind, my body, and my spirit. I go back home. Gabby came back and got me. I put a pillow behind my back, and honey, my mind was renewed. My spirit was ready for anything that God had for me. Because I told him, I said, Lord, I don't know what to do. So when my son says to me, come up here to Ozark, Alabama, let's go through the healing process. Done, and done. I got home and I began to read my book about juicing for life. And now I'm juicing for life. I had visitors came to my house. Few of my cousins, they filled the room, two of which were pastors. They began to talk to me. They came to pray for me. I'm in the back room, in the bathroom, over by my mom's bedroom. My mom took care of me. So I'm back in the bathroom. I walk straight to the kitchen because I was boiling me some. Let me tell you what I was in the kitchen cooking. Some milk thistle, dandelion root, burdock, beetroot, cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger root. That's a liver cleanse. I got a big old pot just boiling. Things that I had just learned, and my body was healing, my mind was healing. So this was a whole month in, and my family came to check on me. They wanted to pray for me. And I said, oh, hey, how y'all doing? I got on me some shorts and a tank top. As I began to share with them what God had done, what God had showed me, what God had done at the healing center, how I was feeling, I could have prayed for them. They were amazed. And since then, I practiced this in my life, and they have watched my life's journey. Like I said, I'm 17 years in. So here it is. The Lord reminded me of when, like with David, when he was faced with the Philistines. These things had happened before. He had done killed a bear. He had done killed a lion. So this Philistine talking about our God like this. That's how I felt about cancer. I'm like, cancer in my body? Oh no, I'm the healed. I'm healed by the blood of Jesus. So I'm just here for my healing. I'm finna go through this process because I'm already healed. I'm the healed. So now, as they watch my life, and I'm just living my life before everyone, and they know my cancer story, they know what I have been through. But look at God. There, I had to remember, just like with David, he had to remember the lion and the bear, and knowing that God would deliver him also with the Philistine. So there it was. My husband died, 1998. He left the house, had my daughter, they were going to church. I'm sleeping in the bed. I said, bring me some mangoes when you come back. 2 hours later, he comes in the house with 4 mangoes for me. I was asleep. He woke me up out of my sleep. And he said one thing to me. Peg, I'm not going to take Gabby with me this time. Not knowing he was going to get on the road, going down south, and he would have a head-on collision. Running, he had a seizure while he was driving, ran into a girl and her baby. God, it was their day that day, but it wasn't my daughter's day. The daughter that I had only one. I had 4 sons, and only begotten daughter was Gabrielle. So here it is. He brings her back home, says, Peg, I'm not going to take her with me this time. And he goes down the road and loses his life. Last time I ever seen him. So I want to say to you today, just like with David with the bear and the lion, God had done it before, he'll do it again. So I had to remember, Lord, you delivered me. You took me through these situations with my husband. I had to be a strong mom because now I'm suddenly single because he wasn't sick in the bed and suffering with anything. He suddenly died, and that was it. Here it is. I'm all alone with my 5 children. Thank God I remember sitting them down in the room. Alonzo, he and I had talked to the coach before he passed, and we talked to the coach in Alabama. I believe his name was Coach Acuff. We sat down with him. He was all the way from Alabama. We sit in Orlando because I didn't want my son to just be around. I wanted him to go. Don't try to help me take care of the kids and things like this. I want you to go into the world and live your life. So me and my husband, before he died, sat down with the coach. My son got a full scholarship at University of Alabama. So while he's there, a year or so later, my next son, he graduates from high school. My son asked the coach, "Can my brother stay in the dorm with me?" Where they do that at? So he stays in the dorm with him. The next semester he goes to same college, University at Alabama. Now my second son, he's in college too. I'm so thankful because now God is helping me, helping my children to help each other. God is doing this thing. He is taking care of me and my children. I didn't have to think or worry, Lord, what next? Because he did it before, he'll do it again. I done slayed the lion, the bear. So now, here it is. I had cancer. And the Lord said I did it before. I would do it again. So 2007 was that year when the enemy thought he had me. He came for me. But the Lord delivered me. And today, 17 years later, knowing that I had a foodborne illnesses because of the things that I ate, I got sick. I had cancer in my body from what I ate. So in a few of these videos, I'm going to talk about everything that happened in my life. And I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be strong in the power of his might. Because the word of my testimony, through the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony, I have overcome. And I want you to be strong and to overcome as well. So this is Miss Peggy. Share, like, subscribe to this channel because I'm coming at you with more of this good content on how to not to die in the next 30 days. So be blessed and share it with somebody else.